Alright, here we go for the drone video for the 3-acre tract. This is tract B at the Rocky Creek Conservation Area. We're facing north and the property's on the right side of the road. The truck is parked roughly in the center of the road frontage. It's got about 140 feet of frontage on the road, goes back to the east. We're looking northeast now for about 900 feet, and then it has about 140 feet of frontage on the conservation land. So we're going to do a full flyover here. It's more or less level on the west side by the road where the truck is parked and going back for a little ways. Then you can see it does rise up, and as you start to get a little to the east of center, it starts to level off again, and we'll actually have a large level side on the east, large level spot on the east side that we'll see in a moment. And I think we're going to get a pretty good overview. The topo map actually shows a little seasonal creek bed crossing over the west side of the property. Really don't recall seeing that when we did the ground videos, but the topo is probably accurate. Okay, so you can see the level area, then you can see where it starts to rise up. You can see some dead trees there. I don't know if possibly a quick fire came through a couple years ago. I mean, that's very possible. Doesn't look like it affected much of the big timber. So going easterly, it's still rising. I mean, you could call it steep. I wouldn't necessarily call it steep. Certainly you could get a driveway in there if you wanted to. Look at the great mixture of timber though. I mean, big pines, big oaks, hickories, just a large number of different trees. And here's we're getting more toward the east side. You can see where it levels off so nicely. And it's pretty much level where you want it to be. I mean, if you wanted to have your campsite or your cabin or home back toward that conservation land, I mean, that's where the nice level spot is. Very private, far off the road. So now as we look, well, there we go, looking down. So we're looking kind of at the east side, where it's nice and level. Where the timber thins out that you see that we're flying over just about now, that's going to be the conservation area. That was thinned out, the conservation area was, within the last couple years. So now we're basically over the east border. We're looking north. To the right is the conservation, and to the left is the property. So the conservation area, it's pretty easy to tell because there have been some recent logging in that conservation area. They do issue permits to thin it out and keep everything looking good. The property itself has not had any recent logging. So I mean, we're looking at thousands of acres of public land. You've got the Rocky Creek Conservation Area, which actually directly borders the Mark Twain National Forest. So you can get to both from the property. You can get to that national forest by going right through the conservation land, which is really cool. So we're going to back up here. Now we're looking westerly, and you can see on the property there, I mean, that's a large level area on the east side. It'll give you a great building site, especially if you're like most of us and you kind of prefer a level building site. A little slope can be interesting, but it's nice to have a level spot for parking and all that good stuff, and you certainly have room for that on the east side. Look at all those pine trees to the left, hardwood trees toward the right. It was pretty windy when we took this video, but we're getting a good look at the property here. So now we're flying back westerly, of course, toward the county road. Just love those big straight pine trees. Look at all those. Beautiful property and just a great area. I mean, you've got so much public land. The hunting, the recreation is phenomenal. Major rivers within just a few miles. You've got Jack's Fork River, you've got Current River. I mean, people come from all over the country to recreate in this area, to hunt and fish and canoe and kayak. And Eminence, Missouri, just a few miles to the northeast. The horse trail riding capital of the U.S., I believe. But that's what they call themselves. So I mean, lots of stuff to do out here. And if you're not a hunter, I mean, you can camp, you can explore. It's just fantastic. Really nice property. So tough to get anything that borders public land and a county road. It's really, really tough. Check out InstantAcres.com to see if this is still available, or you can definitely give us a call in the office or email us at sales@InstantAcres.com. And we would love to answer any questions you may have about this or any of our other fine properties. InstantAcres.com.